From sagacious zoo to salacious crumb, nerds like a lot of things, but there's something they love above all else, and that is correcting people. This is Actually. Joining us on this episode, we have Jenny Lorenzo.
Hey, everybody.
We have Nick Marini.
What's up?
And Erika Ishii.
Hello!
Hello, everyone. Hello to you. Thank you for coming back to play another round of Actually.
Thank you for having us back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You all know how this game works, but in case you don't, the rules are very simple. I almost don't need to explain them anymore, but I'm going to.
Because you're a nerd!
Because I'm a nerd. You have to explain the rules. So victory points, anytime you start to play a new board game and victory points come in, it's like, that means there's 3 levels of counting things to actually win this
He's
game.
like, let's just start playing and
we'll
I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Here are those rules as quickly as I can, because come on, we just want to play the game here. I have here a stack of statements. These are incorrect statements about the things that you know and love. It's up to you to correct me by preceding your corrections with the phrase, actually. If you don't say actually, I won't give you the point. You can interrupt me at any time you want. That's it. The rules are simple, and so we'll just jump into the game. In Star Trek: The Next Generation, Data has a positronic brain, a sophisticated neural network granting him artificial intelligence. In the series, it is created by Dr. Noonien Soong, who gets the idea from studying alien technology. Positronic brains are also featured in many other properties, including Doctor Who, Marvel's Avengers, and Abbott and Costello. Nick.
Actually, in Avengers, it's not a positronic brain?
It is a positronic brain, yeah.
Right. Well.
Actually, in Abbott and Costello, it was Frankenstein's monster,
They're-
which is just cobbled together from dead parts.
They do meet Frankenstein's monster, but there is also a time where there are positronic brains featured, yeah.
Go figure.
I know, right? We're gonna double check that to be sure, but. Jenny, you wanna
I
take?
have a,
Actually, it's not based on alien technology.
That's
That's what I
correct,
was-
yeah.
Okay.
Do you know where he gets it from?
It's hard to explain. I would say it's more like a technological thing, like a man-made invention versus not so much alien or otherworldly.
Not quite. Does anyone else know where Dr. Noonien Soong got the idea for the positronic brain?
Actually, he got it from the Avengers? or
No.
something?
I was gonna say Abbott and Costello.
Yeah. Jenny, we'll give you the point, but you're kind of not wrong. So the very idea of a positronic brain was created by Isaac Asimov, and then a bunch of other kind of sci-fi authors and creators just kind of went with it, like, a positronic brain, that sounds cool and good. We'll just use that too if we need like a robot who has intelligence. And so even in the Star Trek universe, Dr. Noonien Soong says he gets the idea from Isaac Asimov.
Cool.
I was going to mention that the Abbott and Costello movie, Abbott and Costello Go to Mars, is when the positronic brain appears.
Naturally.
There you go. Before The Lord of the Rings, Tolkien wrote stories that contained prototypes for characters and plot elements in his later work. For instance, The Tale of Tinuviel features a character called Tevildo, the Prince of Cats. He was a massive black cat who served Morgoth, the first Dark Lord. Morgoth is the same character who appears in Lord of the Rings, and Tevildo is an early version of the human-turned-immortal Dark Lord, Sauron. Yes, Erika?
Actually, Morgoth doesn't appear in Lord of the Rings proper. He appears in the Silmarillion.
That's an interesting correction that we weren't counting on, but I do think is technically correct.
Is it?
I think it is.
He's clicking it away.
Click away. I don't know if we... And I'm also trying to know, it's like maybe he's mentioned, but I don't even know if
He might
is
be mentioned, but he's definitely not there.
He's not there. Interesting.
It does look like he only appears in the Silmarillion. That is true.
I'll give you the point. The correction we're going for is that we claim that Sauron is a human-turned-immortal Dark Lord, but he was never human. He is Maya.
Speaking of Tolkien works that aren't Lord of the Rings, he did sort of a Tolkien-esque Santa children's book.
Really?
It's like Santa and his elves who still have like the elvish writing and everything. I don't know how
That's
it fits
crazy.
into the mythology.
That's crazy.
You guys did that.
I wrote a sketch that is about basically imagining that Santa's elves and Lord of the Ring elves are related, and they're just they don't relate to each other at all.
Dark wizard.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, that point will go to Erika. Not the correction we were looking for, but still something that was wrong.
Those are the best corrections.
But yeah.
Yes, yes.
We'll move on to our next statement here, which is about Dungeons and Dragons. The Underdark is an underground network of caves so vast that they are a world unto themselves. Entire civilizations exist in the Underdark, and you can find cities like Menzoberranzan, Gracklestug, and Blingdenstone. There are also Underdark versions of races commonly found on the surface. Drow are related to elves, Darrow and Duragar are related to dwarves, and Zvarts are related to gnomes.
Actually, say that word again.
Zvarts?
I don't think Zvarts are related to gnomes.
They are not related to gnomes.
Yeah.
They do look...
Those are Snifflemen or something?
You're not far, even though it sounds very
I can't remember.
stupid.
Yeah.
The Zverfneblin are what we're looking for here. The Zvarts are a little gnomey looking, not Snifflebin or whatever it was that you had said, but yeah, Zverfneblin are the Underdark gnomish.
Honestly, I know the least about the Underdark, but I'm glad I got that.
I remember like early campaigns going to the Underdark and stuff because that's like the cool edgelord place to
Yeah,
be.
it is funny to imagine the Underdark is just like, it's like, oh yeah, that's just where the goth kids hang
Yeah,
out.
it
It's,
really is.
it's just a whole goth world, like a weird like mirror goth world. It's like everything that is above, also below, but also it's just sort of like, you know, it's just kind of
Spiders.
dark. It's spiders.
Spiders.
Yeah. Also, no one understands them there, especially not mom and dad. Well, that is a point to Nick. Well, we will move on to our next question, which is a fan question. So one of our fans sent this in. This is from Rain Solo. Thank you, Rain Solo.
What a name.
Oh no, the fan questions are always very good.
The first Borderlands starts with players riding a bus. After being started on their mission by the artificial intelligence Guardian Angel, players arrive at their bus stop to meet the series icon CL4P-TP, or Claptrap, who would go on to appear in every Borderlands game, including as a playable character in Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Jenny.
Actually, it's not Guardian Angel who sends them on their first mission.
It is.
It is.
I'm actually, they don't meet him at the bus stop. They rescue him. Don't they rescue him from a big forearm thing?
That's number 2.
That's number 2. There you go.
Actually, is it CL4PTRP?
Oh no. No. That is it is
It's
that's not what's
spelled
wrong.
correctly.
Yeah. Nick.
I'm actually, is it a train, not a bus?
No, it's a bus. It's a bus. I might go ahead and call it here.
God, the fans always got us. They always got
I
us.
play these games too.
Well, the correction we are looking for is that Guardian Angel, also called Angel, is not AI, as we claimed.
Oh.
We
There was
learn in
something
Borderlands
wrong with the
2 that
angel.
she's an imprisoned siren, which is a being with immense mystical powers, not actually AI. Grumpy Erika. It seems like you've all played Borderlands though, and
it's rough.
and that makes a little
Varying, not
amounts.
all the way through.
Yeah, like not like hardcore, but like I played it.
Yeah.
I tried to be hardcore, but there's that one moon one where you're on the moon and it's so slow. Because they're like wanted to be like right about the gravity, but you're like, okay, but like this game is moving as slow in this game. It's
Having
frustrating.
correct physics is a great way to make a game not fun.
Yeah.
Like the most fun sports game is like NFL Blitz and like NBA Jam, where it's like you can go for a tackle and you can fly literally 50 yards. It's like this is not how a human moves. It's like that's what makes it fun. No points for that one. Thank you, Rain Solo, for your question. And this will
Good
bring us to our first shiny question. And this is a brand new game we're gonna try out. That I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wanted to do this just for the name. This is a game we're calling Gone in 60 Seconds, but that's G-O-N. It's gonna be a little bit of a lightning round. We're going to show a series of characters, races, all of these in some form. It could be a proper name, could be a full species, but what we're looking for is a name that ends with the letters G-O-N. Okay, because there are a whole lot
Oh
of
my God.
alien races and things and names that
Dang.
end in G-O-N.
It's so true. I'm just thinking of them right now.
I already have
Start
one. I have
rattling
one.
through. We got some loaded up in the can. So the way this is going to work, because we're gonna make it true to the name, Gone in 60 seconds. We're gonna have a total of 60 seconds. We're just gonna like run through these.
Cool.
Do y'all feel ready?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll
Okay.
see.
All right, let's go.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yep.
This looks like blubber.
Nothing. Okay. Next one.
Aragon?
I know this guy.
I don't. Dragon?
Yeah.
Young Yu-Gi-Oh! God.
No.
Oh.
You're killing me.
Nope, that's gone.
Demigorgon.
Yes.
Aegis Targaryen. No.
Wait. Oh my gosh, what the hell's wrong with me?
Klingon?
Yep.
Oh crap.
Porygon.
Yep.
Oregon.
Jenny.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Egon.
Yes.
No.
Nope. Anyone else?
Yo, this is stressful. Oh no! God damn it.
Drogon.
Drogon.
It's
And
like
that's all we
dragon
have.
said a million ways. Half of these characters.
Erica, I believe.
Erica ran away with that
You
one.
ran away with that one. I think you got 7 of those. But we'll do a quick rundown. Qui-Gon Vogon. That's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I knew that.
Oh, I know he looked familiar.
Aragon. This is a Zygon from Doctor Who. That is a gold dragon. This is just Gon. That is Gon Freaks. That is Zorgon from Zathura. That is the Demogorgon. This, we now know, that's Aegon.
Aegon, I just couldn't say that name.
You know him better as Jon Snow, but
Yeah, I was like, Jon Snow.
he's technically Aegon. Klingon, Porygon. Of course, Oregon. We just gotta throw it in
Oregon. I like.
The
Funny if we threw
majestic-
Illinois.
there. The mystical land of Oregon. This is Egon. This is a Vorgon from Star Trek. Begon from Marvel Comics. Hargon from Dragon Quest. This is another character also just called Gon. That is from Tekken 3.
Tekken.
Has its own video game
Damn.
too.
and I guess his own game. Gon, a popular character. And then Drogon from Game of Thrones. That was Gone in 60 seconds. Erica, you got, it's by my count 7. Jenny, I think you got 2. And Nick, you got a lot of panicking.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was very stressful.
I was stressed. I don't do well under
It
time
was hard because I
pressure.
could see, like, it's like the name in there.
Like
to
you
just be
know
like,
these
Oh, yeah, it's about getting it
Gone.
from here out. Brutal.
Well, I made some mistakes and you were able to correct me. Thank you.
At Cult Pop Tour says, actually, while Figwit is a great name for Brett McKenzie's elf in Lord of the Rings, it's later revealed in The Hobbit that the character's name is Lindir. I'm so sorry for getting this name wrong, but he'll always be Figwit in my heart. And from our exclusive Dropout Discord, Geeky Actor says, actually, Lovecraft's Elder Things are distinct entities from the Great Old Ones. Elder Things specifically refer to the aliens from At the Mountains of Madness, who are actually enemies of the Great Old Ones. Well, both of them drive me crazy. Fifth says, actually, calling Sylvanas a high elf isn't quite correct, as she is a Forsaken now, which is considered a unique race, meaning that technically, she only used to be a high elf. Technically, and not quite correct, is exactly what we're looking for.
Thank you for indulging me in that very silly game.
That's a very good title, though.
Well, we'll move back to our regular old, actually, classic. The railway-themed board game Ticket to Ride is considered a German-style board game. The original version of the game involved building railways across Europe and was released under the names Zug Zug in Germany, Les Aventures du Rail in France, and Menolipu in Finland. I'm sorry for butchering all your languages.
Wild.
Actually, Omolipu is not Finnish.
Menolipu is Finnish.
I am sorry, everyone from Finland.
Actually, any game involving capitalism to that extent has got to be an American-style game.
It is called a German-style board game.
Gee, like crossing my legs like this
Yeah.
is gonna make
Eric.
me think better.
Actually, was it building railroads? It was building railroads across Asia and Europe.
Incorrect. I'll go ahead and call it here. So even though Ticket to Ride is considered a German-style board game, the original version of the game did have you building across America and Canada. And that was later released in all those other countries and then featured building railways across Europe and other places. But the original was,
Good old North
building,
America.
building railways across America and Canada.
And Canada.
And Canada. No points for that one. So we'll move on to our next one here. The villain of Disney's The Aristocats is Edgar, the English butler of a wealthy French opera singer. Edgar learns his employer is leaving her entire fortune to her cats and that he is set to inherit what is left once the cats have passed away. He realizes the cats could easily live another 12 years, which is far too long to wait, so he hatches a scheme to get rid of them. Erica.
Actually, I don't believe that the owner is an a French opera singer.
She is.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember her having a French accent either.
This is maybe going into deep Aristocats
Oh
lore,
no,
but
no, wait, you're right, because because Marie wants to be like an opera singer like her.
Jenny.
Actually, it's not 12 years.
That is close enough that I will allow it. So
It's an interesting number. I don't think Matt goes with this.
we included this not necessarily because we thought anyone would remember it, just because it is like a weird thing from the movie that gets kind of glossed over. So as Edgar sort of starts calculating, like, oh no, what will I have in here? He does the math crazy wrong. He calculates that each cat will live about 12 years.
Oh,
and it's
so
like, that's too long. But then he calculates it concurrently instead of, or rather consecutively instead of concurrently. So it's like, okay, that's 4 cats, that's 12 years. And
So
he
he,
also
like-
adds that each cat has 9 lives.
Yeah.
And multiplies 9 by all that before concluding that he'll be dead long before that time is up. Which maybe raises the question, maybe he shouldn't have been in charge of all that money if that is what his math
not
skills
good
are
at
like.
math.
On the other hand, I do think he maybe has a point that that if you had spent your life butlering for someone and then they're like, I have no relatives, I have no one else to pass it on to. Edgar has been with me since day one, helping me out with everything. I'm not going to give him anything.
I can see why he's
I can see why
upset.
you'd be upset.
Bad luck that they happen to be sort of anthropomorphized talking cats. You know,
Yeah.
how was he to know?
How does he know that they would scheme against him
Yeah.
in return?
I was more of
Yeah.
an Oliver and Company kind of.
Ooh.
And I'm a dog person, so.
So, yeah.
Don't hate me, internet. Ah.
There are 2 kinds of people, Oliver and
Yeah.
Company people and Aristocats people.
Hey, I get it. You want to make dinner, but you don't want to deal with all the time that it takes to make dinner. And not just like making dinner, the meal planning, the shopping, the cleanup afterwards. But what if I told you you could get a fresh, homemade meal with a lot less effort and a lot less time? Okay, I'm talking about HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you'll get fresh, pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. It's like having a little sous chef in a box helping you out. HelloFresh cuts out all the stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so that you can actually enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in 30 minutes or less. And if 30 minutes is still not fast enough for you, you can go even faster with their quick and easy meals. I'm talking about 15 to 20 minute dinners. I'm talking about breakfast on the go. I'm talking about 10-minute lunches. Go even faster, faster, faster! And HelloFresh is 30% cheaper than shopping at your local grocery store. Quicker, easier, faster, still delicious. And guess what? Right now you can get some of it for free. Free food! Go to HelloFresh.com/actually14 and use the code actually14 and you'll get 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's right, 14 free meals plus free shipping by going to HelloFresh.com/actually14 and using the code actually14. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. And now, back to the show.
Well, we will move on to our next question here, and we'll give that point to Jenny.
Yay.
In many games, the threat of death lurks around every corner, but not in these. The secret of Monkey Island may be filled with sword fights, but the only way to die is by remaining underwater without pausing for 10 minutes. In Journey, the only way to die is in a single short sequence of the game where you hide from a giant flying monster. And in Fez, there are no enemies or bosses at all, although you can die by falling off a cliff, but are respawned immediately. Yes, Nick.
Actually, in Journey, I think you can. I think you can die from falling off something too.
Incorrect.
Actually, in Journey, you can't really die from the monsters. Your scarf just gets real short.
That's correct. Yeah. You never actually die in
Like,
Journey.
I'm the sort of person that is terrible at games, but loves the heck out of them. And so Journey is the one game in which I'm like, this is my jam. I can get to the end and walk into the light with this tiny little scarf, but I still did it.
What are you wearing? This? Oh, this little thing?
Joker.
A little neckerchief? Yeah, little choker. They're coming back. Chokers are coming back. All right, well, we will move on to our second shiny question here. And this is a game that we call Once More Without Feeling. I have here lyrics to songs that I am going to read with as little melody, rhythm, or affect as I can. And we're gonna see if you can identify what the song is from based only on my very flat
Great.
announcery thing. Now, we've done cartoon theme songs, we've done all kinds of different things before. This time, we're doing Disney animated features specifically.
What did we suddenly like?
We turn into princesses.
Okay, here we go. Heads held high, touch the sky. You mean everything to me. In a fix, in a bind, Call on us anytime. We'll appear from nowhere. Nick,
Is this Frozen?
that is not Frozen.
Will appear from nowhere.
Actually, Rescuers.
It is the Rescuers.
Oh, yeah, R-E-S-C-U-E, Rescuing Society.
That's
oh
it.
my God!
Amazing.
Sorry, I forgot
Breakthrough.
the other
All
one.
right, here's our next one. When you've got talent, everything is free. Watch how we do things. Ooh, I guarantee you're gonna see how the best survive. We make an art out of staying alive. Erika has entered her mind palace.
I doubt it, but actually, is it Hercules?
It's not Hercules.
Staying Alive is just playing in my head now.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not the Bee
The Bee
Gees.
Gees.
Not the Bee Gees. Actually, Pinocchio.
It's not Pinocchio.
Damn it.
Actually, Emperor's New Groove. Is that even Disney?
That is Disney, but there's only like one song in Emperor's New Groove. It's like right at the very
Like
beginning.
Tom Jones or
Yeah. It's
something?
like, well, I might call this one.
Call this one.
Jenny, you're gonna hate this. This is.
Oh, no, damn it. No,
This
no,
is Streets of Gold from Oliver and Company. None for that one. Here is the
I just
next
want to wither away.
Here's the next one. Never ordinary, never boring. Everything about the man just plain impresses. He's a winner, he's a whiz, a wonder. Erika.
Aladdin.
That is Aladdin.
Yeah, Prince Ali.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's that part at the end that's very fast.
Yeah, he does a lot of things, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yep. You can sleep safe and sound, knowing I am around. Slip into silent slumber, sailing on a silver mist. Slowly and surely, your senses will cease to resist. Erika.
Jungle Book.
That is the Jungle Book. Do you know the song?
Yeah, it's Trust in
Trust in
Me.
Me. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember that song.
That's what
the
Ka
snake.
sings.
Ka singing
Oz
it.
song. Damn.
It's the Zaz.
Yeah.
I could probably
Even
tell
the
you,
lyrics are kind of
I
hypnotic.
could probably tell you all the lyrics to every song in the animated Lord of the Rings, but I can't tell you any of these.
Oh, man.
Oh, don't even get me started on those.
Well, we can't do that.
I know.
We're not doing that.
I know, it's
Team-
rough.
Let's
Yeah.
do next round.
Next round. Beyond the misty mountains. Yeah. Might as well ask, what makes a star? Ask your heart to tell you her worth. Your heart will say, heaven and earth. Another word for divine. Jenny.
Actually, Pinocchio?
It's not Pinocchio.
Pocahontas?
It's not Pocahontas.
Pinocchio. Is that
Didn't
what
you
She
already?
said
Someone already said
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. Jenny
Oh,
said
that was
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, okay.
It still is not Pinocchio. You're right. That's sort of like an old Disney thing. This is from Peter Pan. This is Your Mother and Mine. This is the sad
the one that
song
Wendy
sings to the Lost Boys. We've got one more here, and here it is. Hey, Nani Nani, riches for cheap. Hey, Nani Nani, there'll be heaps of it, and I'll be on top of the heap.
I know this. Oh my God.
Robin Hood.
It's not Robin Hood.
Nani Nani is
Nani
Robin
Nani
Hood?
is not
No.
Robin Hood.
Wild. Hey Nani Nani, you know.
I know you would think that would be Robin Hood. We put it in here for a reason.
Men in Tights,
It's not
those-
Robin Hood.
Go for Pinocchio one more time. It's gotta be right eventually.
Jungle Book?
It's not Jungle Book.
No, it's Pocahontas.
It is Pocahontas.
Oh my God.
Yes, this is Mine, Mine, Mine from
Mine.
Pocahontas. That's where your Nani Nanis come
My
in.
Disney card has been
Well,
revoked, y'all.
I never had a Disney
Oh,
card.
Lord.
well-
It took me that long. I'm so sorry.
Hey, no, it's fine. Because look, I also know Disney songs pretty well, and when
Yeah.
we like kind of selected these, I was like, these are hard.
I listen to them in my car for fun, and I'm
Yes.
32.
Yeah. Well, the thing is also like no one's listening to Your Mother and Mine for fun. That
I know,
that song
you're
doesn't
right.
slap
This
at
is my
all. Yeah,
jam.
that song
It's a
is
banger,
lame. Yeah,
man.
yeah. It's like put on Your Mother and Mine.
Hype me up, yeah.
That was 4 identified by Erika and none for
Crushing it.
anyone else. So that
Girl.
point goes to Erika.
Gee, that was hard.
It was
won.
hard.
Jeez.
Oh. Did you notice something that I got wrong? Impossible. I never make a mistake. But if you think you noticed something, you can tweet at @UmActuallyShow or go to our exclusive Dropout Discord and correct me there. If we like what you have to say, we might even feature it in a future episode. This will bring us back to our regular old Actually classic questions. In the classic World of Darkness games, werewolves aren't created by being bitten by other werewolves. A werewolf is born human, or at least appearing so until their first transformation, and must have at least one werewolf parent. It's generally forbidden for two werewolves to have
Actually,
children.
two kinfolk have like a 1 in 1,000% chance, or something like that. Two kinfolk can produce a true-born guru.
We can check on that.
100%.
Not 100,
I'm 100%
hundo.
on that.
100%. All right, we'll check on that.
But let's keep going.
I'll finish the rest of the question, which was, it's generally forbidden for two werewolves to have children because the offspring are medes, werewolves who are typically deformed and unable to have children themselves.
It is not generally forbidden. It is against the litany. And medes are always have some sort of defect.
He didn't say him, actually.
You did not say what
Do it again. Do it again.
But also, none of that was what we were going for.
Read it again.
Yes, I'll read it again while our fact checker checks on that.
I'm running a White Wolf campaign right now,
Yeah. So it's
if I don't get this question right, I'm gonna kill myself.
Cool.
Because I have named like 100 friggin' werewolves for this campaign.
What's your favorite werewolf name?
Fang Rips Deep, I think he's a baller.
Okay.
Solid.
In the classic World of Darkness games, werewolves aren't created by being bitten by other werewolves. A werewolf is born human, or at least appearing so.
Actually, they're not. They can be born lupus as well.
That's close enough. Yeah, that's what we're going for here.
They can be born to wolves.
Yes, they can be
wolfkin.
born to one werewolf parent and one wolf parent, and then will start out their lives as a regular wolf pup and then become a werewolf.
Yeah.
We'll check on those other things. We'll give you a point regardless.
So wait, you were saying there's a 1 in 1,000.
Two kinfolk can breed true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like two non-werewolves can potentially have a werewolf child.
there are humans and wolves, and then there's kinfolk. Their blood is of the original tribes that the werewolves were part of. So kinfolk like carry the blood of the guru, but two kinfolk on rare occasions, and that's like what leads to like random werewolves popping up is like if two people who didn't know they were kinfolk.
It's a recessive gene.
It's a recessive, yeah.
That popped in there. Well, listen, that sounded right.
Yo, I'm just glad we're talking about World Darkness.
Yeah.
I wore my vampire shirt underneath. Just
You wore a shirt that we wouldn't be able to see for the
yeah, I'm a nerd.
Yeah, but we'll give you the point. You got what we were aiming for, which was that you can also start a wolf, and then you gave us a lot of extra stuff.
More. Yeah.
All the superheroes and supervillains of the film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse are based on actual comic characters of the same names. Yes, that includes Peter Porker. The movie took inspirations from the Spider-Verse and Spider-Geddon comics, which feature even more Spider-Man variations, like Spider-Mam, Spiders-Man, Man-Spider, Captain Spider, Spider-Spy, Spider-Bitch, Spider-Monster, and Spider-Monkey.
Actually, Spider-Man isn't a thing.
Spider-Mam is a thing.
It's Aunt May.
It's Aunt May? Mm-hmm. Great.
Amazing.
Actually, there are also characters from not just those two comics.
All the characters that are featured in the film appear in one of those two comics. Jenny.
Actually, Spiders-Man was not in.
Spiders-Man appears in Spider-Geddon. It is multiple spiders who believe that they are Spider-Man.
That's a great collective belief.
Yeah. Erica, you got a guess?
I don't got this one.
You got it? You just want to pass?
Yeah, pass.
All right. We will pass. It was in that long list of spider alter
egos. Is it Spider-Bitch or whatever?
Spider-Bitch is a real
I knew
character.
that had to be
So
real.
it
I
was
wanted to
actually
say that
in
because
there.
that sounded
It feels so wrong, but that also must mean it's right.
That's what I hate, these games. You're like, that can't, but it must be because I think it is.
The one we invented here was Spider Spy. Spider Spy, which does have a nice ring to it. It's just stupid enough we thought it could pass, could pass through here.
It's not the weirdest one on there.
But all the other ones are actual characters who appear. Spider-Man, Spiders-Man, both of whom we've covered so far. Man-Spider, Captain Spider.
What's Man-Spider's deal?
Man-Spider is also a villain from Spider-Man before in Spider-Geddon that initially appears when Peter Parker there's some mutation in his own, and he starts turning into a giant horrific spider.
I
think that's right.
Batman has a comic like that too.
Yeah.
You got to do
Superman
that
becomes a super in a building, and he just sort of starts like looking after things. Something goes wrong.
That's great. I love that one.
Yeah. This will bring us to our last shiny question
Ooh.
of the game. This is a game called Where Am I? You have here a stack of maps, and it'll be up to you to identify where you are based on the map. Now, we've done this with like fantasy maps and things like that before. In this particular case, these are all video game maps. So we're gonna see if you can identify the video game based on the map. Let's flip those over and take a look at that first map.
Metroid Prime.
Super Metroid.
Is Super Metroid. Next, flip. Yes.
Diablo 3.
That is Diablo 3. And flip. Erika.
Chrono Trigger.
That is Chrono Trigger. Flip.
Red Dead Redemption.
That is correct. That is 2 for Erika, 2 for Nick, and flip.
Ooh, this is a cool map.
Whoa.
This is a very cool map.
Monster Hunter.
It's not Monster Hunter.
I love this map.
Can't get enough of this map.
What game has a bunch of pears in it? They're right. They're like these tiny little
Yeah, there's
pears.
like little golden pears.
Man.
But no, I don't got
Bionicle.
It's not Bionicle.
Those look like Bionicle faces, though, right?
Yeah, they do.
Especially the bottom two.
Yep.
Those could be Bionicles.
That's not what we're going for here. Erika or Jenny, do you have a guess? You want to? Nope, no guesses. No. Okay, this is from Shadow of the Colossus. It's the world map.
I never played that game.
All right,
It
there's
looks cool.
one more left. Erika and Nick are currently tied, so either of you can clinch it with this last one, or Jenny, you can tie it, make them tie, force them to share a point. Flip. Nick.
Minesweeper.
It's Minesweeper.
This is the one that I played, the only one that I played.
Minesweeper, the classic. Well, that point will go to Nick.
Dude, I love that game.
I don't even know if people still even like, because like for me, it's like Minesweeper was like a game you played when you were like stuck on a work computer. It's like, well, at least there's Minesweeper here.
Or like Solitaire.
But like, it's like, do computers still come with Minesweeper? Do people
anyone
bother
play-
playing Minesweeper anymore? Well, we have only one question left, which as always concerns real life skills. If you hate waiting in line at airports, you can potentially become TSA PreCheck. For a small fee, you can apply to the TSA by submitting a few requested materials online and then doing an in-person interview. Once approved, you can use the typically shorter PreCheck security line for all your air travel over the next 5 years. PreCheck security also has fewer requirements. For instance, you can leave your laptop in your bag and keep your shoes on.
None of us are rich enough.
Actually, it's not for 5 years.
It is for 5 years.
That was what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I don't think the fee is that small. I mean, for me, it's not that small.
You know what? Fair, but also subjective. That is not what we're going for. I also don't have it because I haven't. It's like I can't be bothered to go to the airport when I don't have to.
Yeah.
And
$20 a year.
Oh, okay, that is small.
that's $100. Also has fewer requirements.
Actually, it's not all your air travel.
That's correct. Can you be more specific?
International.
That's correct. TSA PreCheck does not apply to international flights. It's only for domestic flights.
Like you had to like.
Yep.
That's why I applied for global
Global entry.
and stuff.
Yep.
Should've known that.
Different service, global entry, TSA PreCheck, two different things. That point will go to
I knew something real.
Nick.
As passionate as I was about World of Darkness, I knew something about the real world.
The original World of Darkness.
The original world.
It is in the
Yeah.
TSA line, yeah.
That makes our final scoreline here 2 for Jenny, 4 for Nick, 4 for Erika, making Nick and Erika tied for this to win for this one. That is it for this game. Thank you so much for playing with us. Thank you for watching. Join us next time for even more pedantic corrections here on Actually.